How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another video. So today I wanted to break down the game between Toulouse and Castres because this game was just absolutely spectacular. And do they need Dupont to still absolutely smash teams? So before I continue, please like and subscribe, as it really does help my channel grow. And I see a lot of people that are watching my videos are not subscribed, so please hit that like button and subscribe, and let's break this down. So first of all, Toulouse just absolutely smashed Castres. Now, we got to take it with a pinch of salt because Castres is not exactly one of the better teams in the league, and we do know the difference in terms of quality is there. Yes, Toulouse, they do not have Dupont, but they still had players like your Kinghorn, Jack Willis or Jacques Willis, Ramos, Malvaca, and the list goes on. So they were fully stacked, like throughout. Yes, there were still a lot of players missing, but you look at the elite level, the quality of players that were there were just absolutely phenomenal. So we look at the game, we look at how it was played. We saw just how physical they were. We saw just how quickly they moved the ball. We saw how quickly Ramos was able to get the ball off the mark, start making things happen, using his kicking very well. And their play off the breakdown to keep things running is so smooth, and they really managed to utilize those wings just so effectively. We saw Malvaca with a couple good runs. We saw just how good they are in terms of carrying the ball, and this is one thing that Toulouse is very good at, is making yards, making those meters through the carries, and it just builds that territory which I felt Castres really they really struggled to keep up with the pace, to keep up with the physicality, to keep up with the rate of which the ball was moving, right? And I think this is also why their defense was just constantly falling, because the ball was moving so quickly. They were moving through through phases so effectively. Castres really struggled to keep up, which is why I feel it had such a big score difference. I mean, to put 50 points past any team, it's very difficult. And we got to think, the top 14, they have relegation. So pretty much everybody that's going to be there is going to be of an elite standard, right? Even though they in the lower part, they are still very good. There's reason why that they are there. So we look at the squads, we look at, just how effective Toulouse were, even with you can always say a weakened squad, but the players that they still do have at their disposal are still elite. It's just, are they playing for the French national team, which so many players for France, for Toulouse are? No. Or do you have players of the elite level of, like, your Blair Kinghorn, who played at 15 today? No, but they are still on a very good level, and I truly do believe playing at that level, having those players around you, will only bring up the weaker players. I say weaker players, but they aren't really weak. They professionals, and what it takes to be a professional is ridiculous. So especially to be part of that Toulouse squad is ridiculous. So I truly do believe having that definitely does improve, right? And this also does go to show that they do not need Dupont to be putting ridiculous, points. I swear, my cat, he thinks that he is a king and decides he wants me to stop everything that I'm doing and get his backside out of my room. So sorry for that. But yes, I truly do believe that Toulouse are getting to the point where they do not need Antoine Dupont. They don't need, they need Antoine Dupont. He is the best scrum half in the world. So when I say they do not need him, I mean they do not need him to still be an effective squad, to still have effective play, to still be able to mix it with the best. And Castres is far from the best. But what I'm saying is they are still able to put in major, big performances up against, hard sides to beat, without him. So, because there was a lot of talk on whether Toulouse was just solely dependent on Dupont to make things happen, because we all know how cool, how calm, how collected he is, especially under pressure, how he's able to get the ball moving, how he's able to open up space, how he's able to bring other players into the game. So a lot of people were saying, look, what, he's gone now. What's going to happen? Toulouse obviously have players at their disposal that, yes, they're not as good as Dupont, but they are still able to work everything out, because at the end of the day, a team is not run by one player. It is run by the 15 and the 23, right? So is Dupont sorely missed? Yes. But do they necessarily need him to still compete in the top four, to compete in the Champions Cup, to compete with the best? I don't believe so, because of the elite players that they have throughout the squad, right? And again, like I say, it is a big miss to not have Antoine Dupont, which ideally they would like to have him. But is it necessity? Is it essential? No, because they have the quality to replace him, right? So is this just a case of, are Toulouse just on such an elite level they're able to put these points past everyone else, or was it just a case of a poor opponent? Was it poor performances by the opposing team not being able to break down Toulouse? So this is my question to you: is it a case that Toulouse is able to continue to do this because the bottom end of the top 14 are so far inferior to the top? Or is it just a case of Toulouse, or, you know, is it a case of Toulouse are just on that elite level with players that are far beyond anything else that allows them to be able to do this? So let me know what your thoughts in the comment section below. Please like and subscribe, as it really does help my channel grow. And I also want to know, just before on an end, decisions by the ref. Do you think they were right? How do you think he reffed the game? So, again, please like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.